Hi, Vince Barlow with Elevate Nation. Again, here to tell you about some of the leadership tools that we use to help your company change perspective and have greater success. Are there some people in your company that just seem to get locked into relational conflict? We use a tool called the Ladder that really helps people learn how to understand each other and get unstuck. So let's picture a Democrat and a Republican are at the top of the ladder having a discussion about anything. Is there any possible chance that anything good will come out of that discussion? No, they're just trying to both prove they're right. What we teach is how to come down the ladder, look at the data together, then move up the ladder to making a decision, up another rung to then come up with a solution and implement it together. So let me give you an example. I was coaching a family and there was a father and son. The boy walked into the house with his friend and the dad yelled at him as soon as he walked in, said, "You didn't take out the trash." So you can imagine what happened. The son kind of blew up and it turned ugly. So I was working with them. I said, okay, first of all, we're going to go down the ladder and both of you get to say, what did you see? Because you have to validate that everyone is right in what they saw. So I asked the son, what did you see? Well, I walked in the door and Dad yelled at me. Okay. And what happened to you inside? Well, I was embarrassed. I was kind of hurt. Okay. Dad, what did you see? Well, I pulled in the garage. I was carrying my stuff in the house and I tripped over a bag of trash and dropped all my papers on the floor. Okay. So now, first thing we're going to do is we validate the other person's experience. So Dad, can you imagine without you defending yourself that your son would be embarrassed and frustrated by you yelling at him in front of his friend? Yeah, if that was me, I could see that. Son, can you see that if you were the dad and dropped your papers because you tripped over a trash bag, you'd be frustrated? Yep. Okay, so now you validated each other. Your feelings were okay. And now we say, okay, now what do we do from here? The dad said, you know what, next time I'm going to think before I yell at you. And the son was like, you know, Dad, I wasn't very considerate. I should have made sure the trash got out. We were able to come down the ladder and solve a problem. But you know what? Some of these problems people get stuck in for years. So we teach people, even in the office, about the ladder. I went to one company where two women had not spoken to each other for 2 years. We got them to learn this tool and got them to actually start working together again and get along. So in summary, the Ladder tool works like this. Step 1, review the data. Go back and ask the other person, what did you see? Then they say, what did you see? Step 2, you validate whatever emotional experience they had when they saw what they saw, and you can say, oh, if I was you, I'd felt the same way. You validate them. Once person is validated, they'll be ready to move up to, okay, what do we do to find a solution? And we move back up the ladder, but we're in agreement rather than in a battle. So if your office is filled with people who just are stuck, we have tools to help get rid of some of this drama and bring resolution and better relationships to your company. Again, I'm Vince Barlow, Elevate Nation.
Uh-huh.